Now, the other day, an entrepreneur asked me, it, investors keep asking me for a story. I have a great product. I have this uh, beautiful spreadsheet with all the financial projections and ROI calculations. And I have these amazing features in my product. Why do I need a story, and how do I create one? The story is probably the most important part of your venture, after execution, of course. Hear what Vinod Khosla has to say on the subject.
Act of doing something large. Probably the thing that entrepreneurs miss the most is after you have the facts on your side, it's not good enough. You have to do storytelling.
Now, let's understand this. To build your venture, and to build any business for that matter, you have to sell, of course, right? Now, to sell, you might say, besides sales, I have to recruit, I have to pitch investors, I have to inspire my team, I have to sell my vision. Of course, it's all sales. Right? So you have to be selling all the time, and you have to get really good at selling. Now, in order to sell, it's not just what you tell them, right? It's not enough for you to throw a lot of information at your prospect. They have to get it. So it's not what you tell them, it's what they get. But it's not just what they get, it's what they remember, because the action in most cases happens afterwards, not while you're pitching. And it's not just enough for them to remember it, they have to be inspired to act on it, right? So there's this huge gap between what you tell them and what they understand, what they remember, and then whether or not they're inspired to act on it, right? So how do you create a message which can cut through all this, cut through their attention span, and stay in their minds long enough that they will act on it? That's where you need a story. Now, a story is greater than a list of features, greater than any kind of a spreadsheet. And often you need to start with a narrative or a thesis. Now, what is a thesis? Let me just give you an example. Let's say you're trying to solve the problem of the quality of food that ends up on somebody's dinner table. So one way that you could do is, right, help them with the traceability of that food. So your narrative in that situation would be, we don't know what is the quality of our food, what is the source, who's handled it, and what the venture I'm building will use blockchain to introduce traceability, provide traceability of food from all the way back from the farm to the dinner table, to the farm to fork traceability, so that you can have confidence in the quality and the processing of your food. Right? So that's a great narrative, right? And you can see it's a simple statement which captures a lot of detail. It's easy to communicate, easy to remember, right? So this is powerful stuff. Okay, but there's something missing. And what's missing is the emotion, the inspiration, the passion. Okay? So how do you build an awesome narrative? And an awesome narrative, by the way, is a story, right? Well, just like a movie, your story will have hero, a villain, plot, right? And what it will help you do is create this awesome narrative which inspires people, which evokes passion. Over the rest of this series, I will show you how to build an awesome story for your venture.